Oh, boys, our final booking episode before WrestleMania. The intensity is high. Canada and Cheek, for all I know, they may be higher. Cheek, how are you?
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
And I'm excited to say that the basketball reference for the last video, I remembered to insert the movie scene for it. So very.
Dude, we can't be stopped.
Yeah, no, we're going to the top. Speaking of going to the top, potentially Canada going to the top, our deep north neighbor.
Only a couple thousand away from second place, but do I even want second place? Like I said to end the last episode, I mentioned that third place does have the most keepers at the end of the year. Well, fourth place would, but Teddy Long's sitting over there in fourth place. So even if I drop down to fourth, I wouldn't be too mad. But I'm actually excited. I'm happy, and I'm rubbing my hands together like Xavier would. So
I don't know who gets to rub their hands together on the booking card first. I don't remember. It is WCW kicking us off. Final booking episode of season 1 before Mania, though, is crazy.
Oh. Schedule a run-in on one of your champions. That ought to spice things up. But the power cards, though, even if I win this, it's done after this year, right? It won't carry over.
So yeah, if you did this challenge, you would have to. You could use that card next week to protect somebody. But if that's not a card you'd want to use, this is pretty much it. The power cards that we have, if they can't be used for a pay-per-view, you got to use it this week. If it can, and when I say use for a pay-per-view, you got to use it the week before, type of thing. So just kind of everyone reminder we talked about even before we started the recording, but it's a reminder for you viewers as well. We're keeping eyes on these cards because if you can't use it in week 25, you got to use it week 24, etc., etc. And a lot of cards hit for the following week.
Cody, just for fun. Sorry, Canada, if you had a pocket sand, I go ahead and use it on Codesters here.
I would use it on myself just for you to use it on Cody.
Fixed match. I might actually use that this week. I'm gonna have. I don't know. We'll figure it out. My budget's only 102 thou.
You do have an upgrade on someone though too, so that'll be nice.
Ooh, who could it be?
Who could it be?
Beep, 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 beep. Hopefully it's not a real song. Get the copyright claims on that. That suck.
So this unlocks Hell in a Cell. This unlocks Tornado Tag. I think I want to unlock Hell in a Cell. So we're gonna upgrade.
Okay.
Gearing up for Mania.
Gearing up for Mania.
You need to book a free show now, but not bad.
Hey, all our shows are free. 2 weeks rest, so we can't use Howdy. And then we just got to get Ricochet and Kofi Kingston. So we'll go ahead and get Ricochet and Kofi Kingston, apparently. I do not want you. Where is A? Alright. Ricochet and Kofi Kingston apparently is a thing. So that takes care of that. Okay. Think. If you're WCW, what do you do? I'm just trying to. I gotta work with these staminas. Andre's getting low, so I don't want to do the tag team.
I mean, you could do. If you did a run-in on someone this week for the goal, you would have a physio next week to protect somebody.
Interesting.
And then obviously Mania, RIP to all our superstars don't matter at that point. You just got to get to Mania.
Does a run-in hurt your feud though? Like it doesn't really do much for it.
It doesn't hurt. So the match rating will be a little lower. So usually a run-in you'll put in the middle.
Sprayed in the dark.
Just gonna beat the piss out of Kofi.
Brayden.
Yeah. Yes. Alright. So, cool. Alright, let me just slap together 2 more.
Slap them.
Ooh, yo.
Oh, Queen Bee has an upgrade.
It's a longer stinger. Okay.
Club Wella mad.
Yo and Ripley is such a good. Hold on, Rhea, Indy. I'm torn. You know what? Let's do it. Let's see where this goes. And gosh, we gotta have a main event. Ugh.
Oh, main event.
Let's see. Let's just do. Cody and Roman.
Cody and Roman.
Go Row.
I think that's.
The tail
Does
of
the title, does the title change hands one last time before we get there? Because I'm probably not booking these guys next week. Spoiler. Spoiler for anyone.
Wow.
24. Oh. All right.
Spoiler.
I can't believe you told a spoiler about my son, Daddy.
Oh my goodness, Daddy. No, you did not just talk about my son. I'm the real Dusty Rhodes. And you know what? My son's going to get the belt back. If not now, then maybe at Mania, Daddy. All right. So we're pushing the limits of our free show. So, shoot. Can't do any call-outs. We got to do straight advertising.
Hell in a cell match though at Mania. Be the difference maker.
Sadly, we won't have any money. Let's get the Miz because he's a magician on the mic.
And you saying the money thing there too. We've talked about it earlier in the year. I'll remind again, not only for you guys but also people watching. Where your money is at the end of the year does not matter. It goes back to the starting budget at the beginning of each season. So we'll enter the draft with like the 3.2 million or whatever we had.
Right.
So as we get closer to Mania, running the money down, you know, obviously you gotta be able to put on your shows, but like if you walk out of Mania with $20, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Nice. Good to know. TLC match specialty. Ooh, special guest referee match. Probably more likely to do TLC while she is on our fabulous program, so I'm gonna do TLC.
Season 2 is gonna get crazy though, because we'll start unlocking some of those other match types as we make those logistical.
Oh,
upgrades.
buddy.
All right, let me just do one last glance. Canada, just for funsies, I guess.
That's fun.
I don't think you were gonna sign anybody, but
I like that.
I just don't want to waste a card.
Yeah.
And the rest, I think I will hold on to. So what a that's a card, I guess.
Card.
All right, we head over to ECW. Wesley, let's have a little chit chat. It says, hey, my contract's up. 40,500. So we're close to the end. Now the risk here, if you piss someone off, it could cause them not to be willing to be a keeper. So if someone has really bad morale, they may not want to be a keeper. I don't think I would use Wesley as a keeper. Obviously, if I end up like if the standings flip and I'm towards the bottom, I would have more and he would be considered. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to save a few bucks here. Yeah, no, because I'll use logistic unlocks. I was gonna say my Mania card is free, but he is disappointed. I forgot to do a promise for Gunther, so that's tough. Forgot to do GM interference. So I can trust you. Don't pretend you don't remember. I don't remember.
Don't pretend.
No, I don't.
Don't pretend that you don't remember either.
It's a lot. Well, Gunther's, I mean, English, you know, we fight. All right, Dakota Kai saying they love us, DiBiase. Don't you think it's time to take the next steps? I'm talking, of course, about some better effect packages. Sure.
Instead of this level 1 shit we've been rocking for.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think. He's like, can we please fucking have
Are we
some
both
effects?
upgrading our pyros this week? Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, you did do level 2.
Oh, you already did it. No, there it is.
Yeah, this one here. I'm gonna double check before I just spend that money though. Within the next 2 weeks, tier 3 effects. Yes, I'd be here. So that would also unlock Hell in a Cell. So my thinking here is like I know with the Ted DiBiase card, my Mania card is free. So my thought with money is invest it in logistics in the meantime. So I think I'm gonna do that this week.
In the meantime, while Cody thinks, Cody, on the topic of keepers, you're a keeper to me.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. I needed that today. So I think I'm gonna throw.
I know. I guess he's just.
Oh, he muted himself. I don't think he realized he muted himself.
Did he really?
I remember my first time on Discord.
Hello.
That's why. That's why I was able to speak.
I know. There he is.
I was like, what?
Can you
Luckily,
address-
I'll be in the recording.
How did you react when I said that you're a keeper to me?
You guess you'll have to watch the video and find out.
Wow. Just for that, I'm not watching our premiere.
Whoa, that's not gonna be good.
Whoa.
All right. So that was probably a bump of the key during Journey Wrestling.
Yeah, don't try to talk your way out of this.
Journey Wrestling. We're not playing that game right now.
Wow. Just in shambles.
No.
Wow. Imagine mentioning the JOW on 2K.
Hey, we're not a 2K sponsor. They can pay us.
Yeah, they don't want me to talk about other games. They can
The
give us
game
money.
just crashes.
I already did that earlier, so.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm gonna throw some matches on the card and determine. So basically, well, you guys didn't hear, but essentially, I was just talking about kind of the show logistics, walking through the emails, how I would kind of want to look to spend the money there, and I think I'm gonna throw stuff on the card and then see where I'm at money wise. Maybe do one stipulation this week and then feed into a logistic upgrade. The part I've got to really decide is if I want to. We've got this women's tag feud going. If I think I want to have Dakota and Becky at the pay-per-view, and they're level 4, so I kind of want to get Bianca and Chelsea rolling. We have kind of these double feuds as sort of backup coverage. Wesley, Sami Zayn, their respective feuds are good. The tag feud, Andre Chase doesn't want to fight Pretty Deadly after kept asking to fight Pretty Deadly, but his morale's good enough where I'm not too worried. Like, if he isn't a keeper, he's not a keeper, but I think he'll be okay. So we're gonna go give them that. I'm gonna double check this. Kit Wilson fights for a get schooled, so we'll get a boost on someone right at the buzzer, which is cool. And then I guess we rock Bailey. I think I'm gonna just go with the classic women's fatal 4-way here. Get our ladies on the card. Dakota Kai and Becky Lynch already level 4, so we'll do something else with them, but we get the other 4 on here. Chelsea's one I picked. Double checking staminas. So not great stamina, but nobody's at risk this week. And then this stuff is all sitting good, so we're gonna go self promo for Dakota. We are gonna go self promo for Becky, and we're gonna go advertising for Shinsuke. Again, just trying to boost up the cash a little bit here. This week's feed into next week. And then I'm going to figure out my match order here and then put a stipulation on one of these. And then see where we're at after that and then rock the upgrade. So I think Gunther and Frazier go here. And the ladies got a little bit of extra stamina, so I'm going to give them the stipulation. Whoops. So they're going to get tables. Main event's going to stand on its own. Logistics-wise, we're going to go for those effects for Dakota Kai. Unlocks our Hell in a Cell. So now we're sitting 39,000. Checking power cards here. So I've got an injury rehab. If I screw up, that's good. I can only screw up once. Health spa is tempting because I could just put that on somebody this week or do it next week. Well, no, it doesn't matter. If they survive next week, they're good.
Health spa 1's kind of dookie.
Yeah, it's very low key. Yeah. Okay, so that's pay-per-view. Cannot be used a week before a PLE or in week 25, so this has to be used this week. And I'm gonna see if I can cause chaos on SmackDown. I gotta do it. Gotta get my revenge.
I swear to fucking God.
I gotta get my revenge now. It's my turn.
Let's go. Swing at him. Let's go.
What did I do to you?
Oh,
Just wait. Just wait till he books. Let's go.
Oh, bitch, it's on.
It's been on. Stole my superstar day one, brother. I don't know why that was the voice I went to. I don't know what it's been on, dude.
I hope so.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Okay. So fixed badge.
Gotta hope for Kevin Owens. Hope for Kevin Owens. Hope for Kevin Owens because that feud's been level 4 for like 19 weeks.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Tornado Alley's for the pay-per-view. $1 Million Man's for the pay-per-view. Injury rehab is if someone gets popped with an injury this week or next week. Fixed match, I doubt I use that. I just always like having one because sometimes people get pissed and demand a victory. So, oh man, I agree with you, Kanda, that this really isn't that great. But I think at this point, 20K just to give. I'm gonna look either. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just give this little boost to Sammy.
Samuel.
Or Wesley. Wesley. I don't know if that'll. Him getting a health spot maybe gives him happier morale.
It did. He went from like grumpy to like
Just
neutral.
kind of shallow and pedantic. So
Yeah.
that was a tribal knowledge in week 23, which is pretty dope. All right, so I think we're good. Hopefully we get feuds to pop. That's pretty much the theme of this week. We've got 3 level 4 feuds, and we will
go.
send it in.
I need one of them shields. Bad timing applied. This mother trucker over on ECW wants to put us down. He does the bad timing as well. And a bargain bin special effects, so we won't have special effects. Lashley, his time is now up because of that, probably.
Oh,
So
damn,
from
he's so
this,
psyched.
we just psyched right there. All right, Lash. Do I have a thing? Oh, okay. Fine.
Oh,
Damn.
He's moving on. He's moving on. Well, he would have moved on next week then anyways, and he's not even in anything, so goodbye, Bobble. I don't know why it's called Bobble. Alrighty, let's
Bobble could
see.
be a season 2 play. We'll have to make sure you subscribe to the channel to find out.
That is stale. I'm scared that we'll run it because of how stale it is. So our main event is going to be Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, which is also stale. But I don't, judging by their stamina, I have not run them in a minute. So,
And I always like putting this reminder here too is, yes, stale hurts it, but we see the AI do it. You can still have good matches. It just means it's not going to be 5 stars.
Right, exactly. So let's run possibly a backstage brawl, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough money for it. No, I'm not going to run it at the Smack count. We are going to run a Falls Count Anywhere for our main event, which I might not even have to do, but we're going to do it. Ivar and Olaf are in a feud. 2 giants are feuding. Let's get that as a mid-card match because that is a level 1 that we can work through. The Hulkamania. Ooh, Omos and the British Bulldog are having a good time together as well. If you know what I mean. But so is Kyle Slickman. Oh yeah, it's the Battle of the Headgear, baby. At Wrestlemania, we will find out who is headgear.
Could be main event worthy.
It honestly could be. But I'm actually gonna throw Bobby Lashley in this. Where is he? There he is. Because he needs a match. He's gonna get one more match, and adding a triple threat adds to the match variety, which we know does boost up the card a little bit. So we're gonna rock fast. We're gonna get a little Hulk. Oh, the Hulkster is not feeling too good, brother, with his 35 stamina. So we're gonna rock this feud. We're actually gonna make it a submission match.
I like how Bulldog's flag covers the stats.
That is interesting.
I hadn't noticed that yet.
Well, if we did this, there we go.
Bulldog always has to be on the left if you want to know his opponent's morale.
If you want to know yeah, exactly. I am gonna. No, we'll keep this to make sure it is what it is. Where is? Okay, we're gonna do a call out. We're gonna make sure the Hulkster calls out the bisexual Undertaker. We are going to make sure. I think I'm gonna do a double call out here with. Maybe I should get them in a match instead. To be honest with you. Next week. We'll do it next week in case the double call out doesn't pop. They needed a match next week anyways, and I Veer. I miss his partner, but Veer is probably not going to get it to pop with that one mic skill. He just grunts into the mic.
I've seen it work on other brands though.
I'm going to throw a little maybe submission. Ivar apparently submission master. I don't know if you know this. That brings up our card way too much. We're just going to make this extreme rules. 87k. We bought our level 4 arena last time. So we are still down a little bit. Injury rehab would be decent to snatch up. I think I might do it. See, look at that. Double stamina, but not double the cost. You get 12 instead of 6.
Yeah.
But it's only 35. So level 1's kind of due. But I do have a level 4, and no, I'm not going to worry. I got 2. We're good. I don't need to buy one. Increase the fans from this week's show. Cannot be used in pay-per-view week, so either got to use it this week or next week. And I got to go see what my commissioner's goal is. Least popular available specialist, and I get an injury 3, which I already have. I don't need it, so I don't care about you, Triple H. I don't need it. I already got one. So if anybody gets injured this week, I'm good.
Look at that, Cody. You're safe from SmackDown's barrage of cards.
You
out of
are.
ammo.
And we're gonna save. This
Never know
for
what
next
gets
week.
into
We're
his
taking
store
this
next
to
week,
Mania.
though.
That's true.
We got this in store for Mania next week to use to make sure we're good getting into Mania, and I think I'll use this week or this next week as well. I'm being cautious here because we're spending 87k on this show.
Damn, this is where it gets intense. It's fun, but it's intense.
It is.
This close to ending a season.
And
my heart just dropped. Like,
speaking-
why did you say WCW first? I forgot how we're.
Because they saved the
Woo!
best for first. All right. So in this title match, we have the lovely Blair Davenport trying to defend her title against Zoe Stark in a rivalry renewed. Let's see who comes out on top. And Blair Davenport defending her title yet again. Do we have a proper challenger to pry that belt from her fingers? Scripps gets us some cash, but a massive hit to the popularity in a weak promo. And then Ricochet wanted this Kofi Kingston match, but Triple H wanted a run-in scheduled, and I said, who better than Braden the Doc?
He's so dark and mysterious.
Comes up, oh, and surprise, surprise, Ricochet wins in a match that was anything but mediocre. And in a promo that was anything but mediocre.
Oh, okay.
Miz, a small shot to his popularity, but 14th thou, we shall take it. And then in a rivalry renewed, Rhea Ripley, Indy Hartwell duke it out in the battle of the mid-card. And Indy takes it away. The rivalry grows, but just a disappointing match, but don't care. Rivalry grew. That's a win.
Don't care, didn't ask.
Finn Balor, he asked. About the same as The Miz, a little bigger hit to his popularity by 1, but 14K yet again. And in a match that is sure to bring in way more than 14K, we have Cody Rhodes, my son Cody, up against Roman Reigns in a title match. Can Roman Reigns keep one of his 2 belts?
Ooh, daddy, come on, my son. Oh my goodness.
And that means the rivalry grows. Great ending. That means Cody, these guys aren't going to fight next week. They'll save it for Mania.
Hell
And
yeah.
Cody will have the belt going into Mania.
All right, we head over to AI Raw. And I see a new body on his
He
screen.
had Kane.
Brand new. New. But before we get the new, we get the old Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair continuing their rivalry back and forth. Tiffany Stratton winning in a 3.5-star match. And then Kane comes out to the ring. First appearance on Raw. Was part of the Giants, part of Meat Mountain. And now he's just trying to find a home.
Oh, I miss you, Kane.
And then for the first time ever, Jake the Snake Roberts, well, in our universe, obviously not first time ever and forever, ever. But Jake Roberts taking on Julius Creed. And Jake takes down Julius. And the fans were disappointed, 1.5 stars. Nikki calls out Asuka, pushing their feud up to level 4, a potential Mania bout. And I think, you know what, guys, I think we go ahead and share it now with the people. WrestleMania special. We will be spectating one of Teddy Long's matches. We decided that, you know what, once a year we're gonna watch one of Teddy's matches. So if you have a rivalry you like, pray that he puts it on the card, 'cause we don't actually know what he's gonna do, because it's gonna be LA Knight against Ludwig Kaiser. Does Ludwig Kaiser get an opportunity to be spectator? Does LA Knight, take him down yet again? 2.5 stars, rivalry up to level 2. Akira Tozawa, cuts a promo and nobody cares. In the main event, Josh Briggs and R-Truth lost their tag belts to JD McDonough and Joe Coffey. Trying to get them back here tonight, and they do so successfully. 3.5 stars, closing the show. And it's time to get extreme, dude. I don't know. I'm sorry. Now I owe SmackDown money. God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Son of a... It'll be in the mail.
Now let me tell you something, brother.
Stop! I already got to pay him. We're kicking it off. Fatal 4-way on the women's division. So, again, we have Becky and Dakota, level 4. Both of these feuds, respectively, are level 2. There's also a level 2 tag feud. I'd love to be in a spot where we can get at least 2 of these women rivalries to level 4 and have Fatal 4-way Palooza at WrestleMania. Let's see if we can get a double pop here, or at least one of them. Bianca gets the win. We get the double pop. 3.5 stars. So if we get one of those to level 4 next week, I will be pretty pumped. Dakota Kai's self-promo. I feel like the self-promos are just not as good this year, but we had to give her a shot to get a little popularity increase. Her popularity only goes up by 1. Up next, we got Joe Gacy taking on Logan Paul. Joe Gacy mocked Logan Paul for being such a integral part of this roster and then falling off. And Logan Paul says, fall this. But it's only 3 stars. The rivalry does not grow as they're fight. Again, everyone's fighting for a spot on the Mania card. This is intense right now. Becky Lynch says, look, I'm already on the Mania card. So I don't care if 0 people cheer for me. I don't care if 100 people cheer for me, or some number in between that of people cheer for me. And one person says, I'm in between.
There it is.
And they were correct. And then Andre Chase said, I need to keep fighting Pretty Deadly. But then he texted me and was like, hey, brother, can I stop fighting Pretty Deadly? And I said, no, you're going to keep fighting him. You've been smiling with teeth all year. I've been over backwards for Chase U. We gave Duke the opportunity. Duke has a headband again. What are you guys worried about? Beat these guys and earn a title match at the pay-per-view, and they just can't fucking do it. I don't think, like, we saw them conquer these 2 individually, but it's clear that as a team, Pretty Deadly still owns Chase U. And you got to wonder if the university is going to get shut down at WrestleMania. 3 stars, rivalry to level 2. And then Shinsuke Nakamura. Wow.
Ooh.
Tough popularity hit. I assume this is because his popularity is so high that we get $20,000 on the Shinsuke advertising promo. Oh, man, imagine if he cut an excellent promo, what that could have been. So
No kidding.
that's pretty insane. Very thankful for Shinsuke's numbers there. He's still going to be like 90 popularity. So
What did he sell?
his mouthpieces, those red mouthpieces that he has. And people, and the nice part is they're really easy to custom mold. They mold themselves to your teeth. And I think that was a big selling point there.
That's fair.
And here's a big selling point. This is something actually, like, I'm not mocking Cheek. I'm genuinely saying, like, real WCW would absolutely give away the WrestleMania main event or their Starrcade main event like 2 weeks before. Because that's what we're doing here, baby. Nathan Frazier falls to Gunther in non-title action. Rivalry goes to level 4. Gunther standing over him after the match. And he says a really confusing sentence like he texted me earlier. But it ends with "See you at WrestleMania."
And over on SmackDown, the opener, British Bulldog on the left side of your screen, so he does not cover up Omos's morale and stamina. This rivalry just started with the British Bulldog joining SmackDown before the Royal Rumble, but forgetting his car keys and not being able to make it to the Royal Rumble. As we open up.
You would have remembered if it was Vroom Vroom Fast Lane.
That's true. It was true. We do not even get a level 1 upgrade on the thing. We might have to do a double call out next week on these two, but we do get a good match to open up SmackDown. Hulk Hogan calls out the bisexual. Undertaker says, "Dude, you can't even rip that leather jacket, brother."
Brother, because if I was wearing a leather jacket, man, I'd rip it 2 times over, dude. I'd rip the jacket in half, dude, and then I'd piece it back together with the power of Hulkamania, brother, and then I'd rip it one more time.
That's exactly what he was saying.
Yeah.
And in our mid-card match, Ivar versus Olaf. It is the battle of the giants. Good versus evil. Extreme rules. Who wins? I'm going Olaf, baby. Disappointing match, but it does go to level 2. That moves up. Seth freaking Rollins calls out Veer. Gets that up to level 2. Will the double call out work? And in Bobby Lashley's last match, he joins Gunther McGirder and Kyle Slickman, even though he does not even have hair. Not alone does he not have headgear. He doesn't even have hair, but he said, "I want in this match." He wants to take either the headphones or the hard hat with him before he leaves. But if he wins, he gets to take one. That's what I'm saying now. And it might screw up our WrestleMania, but I've already said it, so we're going with it.
Oh, no.
No.
And Bobby Lashley. So now there's only one thing up for grabs. I don't know who's he grabbed, but he grabbed one of them. Now only one. I wish it tells you who got pinned. But now there's only one headgear up for grabs at WrestleMania. Veer calls out, grunts at Seth Rollins, and it does bring us up to level 3. That is great. And in our main event, we have 100 stamina Liv Morgan up against 83 stamina Alexa Bliss. We made it a falls count anywhere for our main event. Main event for the women's title. Who wins? Liv Morgan takes the title away and will hold it for WrestleMania.
All right, to give the rundowns here, ECW, 3.5 stars in our opening Fatal 4-Way. Both rivalries go from level 2 to level 3. Bianca Belair defeating Bayley, Tamina, and Chelsea in that 4-way tables match. Logan Paul takes down Joe Gacy in a 3-star affair. Pretty Deadly continues their dominance over Chase U. 3-star match, rivalry level 2. In the main event, Gunther takes down Nathan Frazier in non-title action, setting his course to get back his world championship. Over on SmackDown, 3 stars as the British Bulldog defeats Omos. In a submission match. In an Extreme Rules match, Olaf Ostrowski takes down Ivar. 1.5 stars, rivalry up to level 2. Bobby Lashley steals something. You'll have to make sure you stay dialed into the channel to find out what that something might be. But he defeats Kyle Slickman, Gunther McGirder in the triple threat match. 1.5 stars, McGirder, and Slickman. Rivalry goes up to level 2. And in the main event, 4 stars, Liv Morgan over Alexa Bliss, taking the women's championship, building her momentum heading into WrestleMania. On the call side of things, Hogan calls out Priest up for level 3. And then we've got Rollins and Mahan sitting level 3 as well with the double down.
Patented double call out.
Double down, baby. KFC,
Beautiful.
where are you?
Oh, that'd be such a good sponsorship. Speaking of pretty good, though, Blair Davenport, women's champion of WCW, been looking real strong lately. Gets a 4-star victory over her rival, Zoe Stark, keeping the gold around her waist. Ricochet, with the help of Braid in the Dark, is able to defeat Kofi Kingston in non-title action, 2 stars. Indy Hartwell takes down Rhea Ripley, 1.5 stars. Their rivalry up to level 3. And in the main event, Cody Rhodes that get a championship back around at the waist. In a 4.5-star match, Roman and Cody look to be heading to a big clash at Mania. And then finally, for the Raw side of things, Tiffany Stratton, 3.5 stars, defeats Charlotte Flair. Jake the Snake Roberts, his first match in the GM mode, 1.5 over Julius Creed. LA Knight takes down Ludwig Kaiser in a 2.5-star match, rivalry up level 2. R-Truth and Josh Briggs get their tag titles back around the waist in a 3.5-star tag match. On the call side, Nikki calls out Asuka for a level 4 feud. WCW rating score of 102, 41,000 fans. For WCW, $160,000.
Okay.
Over on AI Raw, 101 rating score, 38,000 fans for Raw, $104,000. Over on ECW, 107 on the score, 47,000 fans, $132,000. And then for Schmack Diddly Down, 97 rating score, 35,000 fans, $57,000.
Okay. We spent a lot on that show, though. So
Pre-match physio to Cheek for his Squisher goal. So basically, in this case, Cheek can put this on someone this week that has low stamina, make sure they can have a match this week and be good for Mania. So it's a little insurance policy. I get Schooled 3, which we will use. It goes away. If they didn't go away this year, I would save this card. So I've just got to really think about who I know I want to bring back season 2. So I guess that'll be a mini spoiler.
ooh.
And there are the standings, and there it is. We've been talking about it.
Oh, no, it happened.
It finally happened. Teddy Long gets his second trophy. So the standings have flipped. Teddy Long is out in front by 20,000 fans.
Good. Take your 3 keepers.
And then myself, I'm 20,000 behind in second. Cheek is 51,000 behind me. And then Canada, 12,000 behind Cheek. But again, as Canada just said there, you know, if this was a 1-season thing, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be majorly panicking. I'd be like, shit. But we're doing multiple seasons now. We gotta pass them at some point. But with it being multiple seasons, losing a season here, it's more of like the self-pride than anything. As we head to Long Island, New York, I get
We didn't want to sign anybody.
All right, so we got a couple contracts ending here. This was sort of intentional. I started adding to the roster, assuming that my cost to keep people would be cheap. But I'm going to start with this happiness of Dakota Kai. Love making Dakota Kai happy. I looked absolutely glorious out there in front of those adoring low lives.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn.
We do be looking out for the talent, though, Dakota. I got your back.
Even wrestle?
No, she just cut a promo. But damn it, she looked glorious. The low lives knew it.
Yeah.
Andre Chase, so he didn't want to fight Elton Prince anymore. And guess who won this time? Yeah. Not me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just me in life, bro. I feel you, Andre. Thought I could trust you. Interestingly, though, that's a major decrease. So he did go from smiling with teeth to straight face. But we should be good to get him through this season here. I'm tempted to do a fixed match this week and just give Chase U a victory, build the story that way, and maybe fix his morale a little bit. So we'll see. So Joe Gacy, contract up, 21,500. Kind of the same thing here. We're going to try to talk figures to both these guys just to save me a little bit so I can be as aggressive as I need to this week. But in this case, we'll take the opening offer. If they decline, he'll take a little bit of a morale hit. But neither Joe Gacy or Brooks Jensen would be keepers for me. Boy, I might just give him that, though. Jeez.
8K. Wow.
I'm gonna just pay him. He only wants 11.5.
No, think of the savings.
The 3,500 savings.
Think of what you can do with that.
I was expecting a bigger number there. I was like, wait. All right, so scheduling a run-in. The only way this would have been worth it is if it was like some sort of card I could apply next week.
Right.
So like if we get like special promotion, that can be used at pay-per-views. That would have been worth it. Hellspawn 3 is a fantastic card, but in this case, I wouldn't be able to use it. So it does not move a needle for me here. Just kind of take a quick gander. Everything looking good. I'm just kind of glancing the staminas since I'm already here. So Joe Gacy and Tamina would be the two people potentially at risk. So we could do potentially Joe Gacy gets the night off from a match, and then we have an injury rehab to save Tamina if something happens. But this is where, okay, so this is where the decisions lie. I can do a free backstage brawl at Mania.
Ooh.
So I could buy this card, but it costs me my ability to get a logistic this week.
Ooh.
But I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to boost a match big time at Mania. Last Man Standing I won't have. Iron Man I won't have. I still should be in a spot where with what I earn, I can buy the WrestleMania boost. Because that'll be 100,000. Or now I can't remember. 100,000 or 50,000. I think the others are 50, but I always forget if Mania is like more expensive because it's Mania. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. We'll be able to afford the Mania upgrade. If I can upgrade another thing here at Mania, I'll do it. But these are the power cards I want right now.
That is true.
So we're gonna go ahead, lock that down. And I am gonna use a fixed match on Andre Chase. We're going to have that tag match happen here. Again, thinking here will be they finally get a win, but then, can they get a win with the titles on the line?
And they do it.
Find out at WrestleMania. Hopefully that'll go level 3. That match is happening regardless because we have that Tornado Tag power card. So the only way it's not happening is if a Vito random superstar were to hit somebody there. Always a possibility here at the home stretch. Man, I'm tempted to just... Ooh, okay, so Dakota Kai and Becky Lynch did go down to level 3 finally. We left that run. So we're going to do the Fatal 4-Way, but we're going to take out Tamina and Bayley this time. So we're going to run it like this. We're going to hope to get a double pop again, but I know I'm asking a lot there. If I don't get it, I can't really complain. Bianca is at 38, but everyone else will be good. Then we're going to go Call Out. We're going to go Bayley to Tamina. We'll see if I double down or not there. Then we've got Nathan Frazier and Gunther look good. Wesley and Shinsuke looks good. Logan Paul and Joe Gacy sit at level 2. Everything else is level 4. So we're going to go with Shinsuke. Frazier's at 40. So I was going to do the champs face each other. I thought that would have been cool. But Nathan Frazier at 40. I don't think I necessarily want to pull that trigger. So we're going to have the challengers face each other. It's a giant cruiser. No rivalry there, but they both have stamina to survive this week. Then I think I'm going to go double down there, and then we're gonna have Shinsuke, Brooks, Jensen, and Sammy in a triple threat. I guess I could do the 4-Way just without the stipulation. Again, I have one injury rehab, so the only way this really, I mean, it could. I'm risking here if I did this, so I'm just kind of debating here. So Shinsuke versus Brooks obviously isn't gonna rate super well, but I ensure my roster is healthy for Mania. And I think that's what's more important versus like chasing a rating pop here. Oh, I just fucking schmiddly dilly whacked my mic right there. Call Out. We're going to try to double up.
KFC, baby.
Gacy and Logan Paul. Just I want as many big time feud options as I have. They might not all get booked, but I want the options there. The ladies are gonna stay there. We're gonna move the tag boys to the main and give them a stipulation. You know what? Fuck it. No, because I do want to make the. I was like, man, that'd go crazy, but then I'm like, shit, I do want the logistics, so I gotta be. That was that was genuinely very tempting for me. I'm gonna go tables. I'm actually gonna flip these back. Give the ladies the main in a normal match. Tables match here. They got 3 stars on a standard match last week, so they can get 3.5 here. These, the classes match. We're just kind of mixing and matching our rivalries for the sake of stamina. Everyone will be good for Mania, and then want to use this on.
Oh, what's the spoiler? What's the spoiler?
Right?
Who's
yeah,
you keeping?
I have to. I mean, I'd be really dumb not to keep who I use this on.
Who's he keeping?
Oh, this is tough. So I'm between like 3 right now. I'm between Bianca, Shinsuke, and Logan Paul. Shinsuke, the thing is, if he loses I gotta remember the champs are plus 20 for me.
Right.
And if Shinsuke were to lose the title, he goes down to 70, which is still good. It's not bad. But obviously my champs get really boosted up. Bianca's sitting at 83 popularity as it is, without a belt. I think that's just a killer head start. So I'm going to give it to Bianca. That gets her closer to level 20. And I think we're going to keep Bianca going into season 2.
Lock her in.
She gets level 20. Okay, so let's make that upgrade.
Level 20. Ambulance match or last man standing.
Oh, this is tricky. I feel like next season we'll have ambulance, and that would be dope to have an ambulance match. I don't even think I have last man standing unlocked yet. Again, I love the logistics things, but I'm gonna back out and check that actually. I don't think I do yet. Nope, the next crew gets me last man standing, and ambulance is the next arena. We're doing ambulance because I think I'll probably unlock the arena pretty quick into season 2. If I have a crazy financial week this week, I'll probably unlock it for Mania, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make enough. All right. Ambulance on Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
I think we're good. Final show before Mania.
Oh, baby.
Send it in.
2-time scouts, and who is going to get vetoed? Let's find out. Alexa. Wait. Oh, it's because she had the belt.
Yes, yeah. I always have to remind myself of that, but yeah, so it's based on when I use, so that's why I hit her.
Okay.
It's really not that bad since I was stale.
And I think I earned a shot at the world title. How about it? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, man.
Within 3 weeks, damn it.
Totally. Hey, boss, you had me bench for a while. I think it's time for me to get back in the ring. You're never getting back in the ring. Just kidding.
Never
yeah,
getting back.
Get back in the ring. My contract with SmackDown expired. Oh, no.
Damn.
Oh,
He
no.
he clearly was the one that lost.
It was him. He lost his helmet. Now he's so sad.
Wow, that's onions right there. The layers.
Wow.
There's no, nothing I can do to keep him. There is no contract extension because I would have bought it.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and just get we're gonna increase this week's. We have 2 injuries that we don't need to worry about. Bad publicity is for next week for Mania. We are going to be stealing 2% of ECW's fans. Dun, dun, dun. Pre-match physio, which we'll probably use this week. Not anyone. Not sure who yet, but let's make this show. Oh, that's the bliss. Okie dokie. Oh man, I would really like this to get up to level 3 at least, but I think I got to do the double pop. These boys got to go in this week. That is a level 3. Hopefully it gets up to level 4 after their match. See what happens there. Damon Uso, and Kevin Owens are begging to get into a match. Might have to give it to them this week. Maybe it's a level 4. It is stale, but what else can we do? The 2 challengers are going up, and you know what? Let's just make this a preview of the main event at WrestleMania, baby. Because Carmelo Hayes won the Royal Rumble, and he will be making his appearance in the main event at WrestleMania. And I think the best way to do this is to, if you don't know, we do have the 3-pick selection. If this was a one-on-one main event at WrestleMania with Carmelo Hayes against anybody, it would be, I would get 3 picks to select to keep for next year that the boys can't take. But since I've had this goddamn feud of Damon Uso and Kevin Owens together for over 2 pay-per-views, I'm not going to end it this week in a steel cage. I'm going to keep it for Mania, put Carmelo in, which is going to eliminate one of my keepers. I'm only going to be dropping down to 2 that I'm going to be able to select out from under the boys, which is fine with me. I think I'm going to have to take that hit just because I'm going to ride this level 4 feud unless some craziness happens and they decide they hate each other after this and don't want to fight and the feud is gone or something. But we'll take that.
And that'll be there every season for the Rumble winner. So you get 1 pick guaranteed the second you win the Rumble. And like Candace said, if it's a one-on-one world title match at Mania, you get 3. If you do a multi-person, it's not the main event, or a power card stopped you at the buzzer, you get 2. So in this case, Candace's gonna say, hey, I'm gonna put on a great main event. I've got this great level 4 rivalry. We're going to take 2 picks, and it probably improves the card as well.
I'm going to go ahead and take a looky-loo at who we got here. We got Trixie Gambit in the woods. Guess who's getting signed for 1 whole week? Tricksters. Elsie Twaz is also in the calendar. No! We are going to have a and our good friend Trixie Gambit going to make her debut in this Fatal 4-Way here. We need a double pop here, and let's get this going. I guess 4 old Slicksters and Magurski's is going to end. We're not going to be able to get that to level 3 or 4. So you know what? Pour one out for the homies, please.
It's crazy. Lashley took his hard hat and he just gave up.
He gave up. I mean, wouldn't you? I can't blame him. And I think either do I put that in a Fatal 4-Way and hope for a double pop, or just go for it right here, and only have it as a level 3. I think that's my move. Because this is a level 3 feud, I'm hoping I don't need to put a stipulation on it. Put the tables match on this because Piper Nevers specialty. In the mid card, we got Rollins and Veer, level 3 as well. But I think the level 4 main event triple threat, I'm going to keep it as I am going to throw a stipulation on it because the boys are healthy. We got a lot of money. I don't think we're going to sign anybody at Mania. So we'll put another. No, it's low. We're going to do Extreme Rules. And who am I going to use? Who is the lowest? Liv, Hulksters, and you know what? If never mind, no spoilers.
You gotta subscribe, like the video, and be here
to the channel. I almost gave spoilers away for our JOW video coming out next.
Oh.
Because if you follow the channel there, I won't give it away. But this is who I'm going to give the injury rehab to. That's a slight spoiler if you're reading between the lines there. Anyways, we're going to save the 2 Extreme for the pay-per-view like Cody. We do not have any other good ones. I don't mind a fixed match, but I don't think I need to worry about it. And we don't need to worry about house spas. Okie dokes. We did our goal here, and we're going to get it to the moon.
That
so
actually,
nice. Yeah.
If you have someone below 60 you want as a keeper, that's actually, you could use that at Mania.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a pretty good grab.
Feeling good there. Yeah, sure, Hogan. You're definitely gonna get a shot at the title, brother. Okay, I think this is our. I think this is the show.
Ugh. Alrighty, so Triple H, to maximize your variety, have at least one tag and one solo match. Book both male, female superstars. Why is he just now before Mania talking to me about how to schedule?
It's always so funny that those don't trigger until the first time you mess up. So it's like you hadn't done that yet. So he's like, oh, you didn't know about this thing you've successfully done correctly 23 times.
He wants a triple threat match against Howdy and Ricochet.
Wow. He wants to take on Uncle Rico.
So I know Uncle Howdy wanted 2 weeks off.
I think that's done though, because when you looked at it last week, it said this week as like the notation. So I believe you've fulfilled that.
I wish there was a way I could check here.
Because I think it says like 2 weeks. Like when you first would have done it, it would have been 2 weeks, I think.
Okay. Well, I can't disappoint the man, so maybe it is time to give you a bigger challenge.
The worst case, you lied to him and you only need him one more week.
And then Roman Reigns has a proposition. He wants to have a little partnership.
You got 3 weeks.
Fans will love it. What else could you ask for? Book me in a match and be in my corner. Ooh. You know what? No. He's got really good morale, and I don't want to deal with this right now, so...
I will say, though, 3 weeks. We only have 2 weeks left. Now, what I don't know, though, is if you kept Roman Reigns, I don't know if that promise carries into, like, week 1 of Season 2.
Well...
But if you said yes, you're either good or you would have to do it at the start of Season 2, assuming you keep Roman. Or you can just say no and upset.
So we can potentially gain the knowledge. Maybe I will just see what happens.
For science. Oh, I hate how he types ha.
Someone's not going to be happy, but it won't be us. Ha.
Ha! Why did you
Alright.
put the H at the end? I don't like
Fine.
that.
Speaking of H, Triple H
That'd be a good card. Can't use that.
says, ooh, veto champ, but it is not in time. So we will not be booking a steel cage match.
That's tough.
Alright.
Yeah, so you're good on Howdy.
Cool. And then, so yeah, we have Howdy and Ricochet. And then I'm going to throw in, let's see. That's going to be a match because it checks off the Andre the Giant with his Uncle Howdy and Ricochet. Random ass request. I promised Ricochet a rematch against Kofi for the heavyweight championship, so that should check off that. So the only thing I'm not too thrilled about is The Miz is in a rivalry with Kofi, so I'm gonna have to try to see if I can have The Miz call out Kofi in hopes that that continues their spat. And then, let's see, call out. I don't really need to do a call out for this. That's already maxed out.
Yeah, if it's
so
level 4, it won't do anything.
I'll let the sleeping dogs lie. Oh gosh, who even has good stamina at this stage of the game? Scripps in a rivalry with Uncle Howdy, but he unfortunately cannot. He just cannot do it. So we're gonna get him in a triple threat with Braden the Doc and Finn Balor. The Doc. 2 more slots.
The rest of our lives.
Oh man. Blair and Zoe are already maxed out. I don't really need them. Oh, this is tough. Io's got a lot of stamina. Oh, gosh. This is pain. gonna have to try to.
Do a triple threat.
Yeah, but I still have one more match slot. Clubberella, Queen Bee, they can renew their rivalry too. And then I still have one. I gotta put on one match. I guess it's gotta be Rhea Ripley and Indy Hartwell. And we're just gonna have to live with the results of that. This match is definitely mid-card. This is also probably mid-card. This is for a belt, and it's... I think this is the right curve, I want to say.
So the only thing that might hurt the opener is it's heel versus heel. So that was why that didn't do very well last week. So I mean, they have more popularity, but I can see the triple threat ladies conquering that. But it'd be close.
If you're gonna rock that at Mania, do a call out to change one of them. If you're doing a face heel at WrestleMania.
And then you could just have you could have one of them turn, and then you could do like kind of like how I had people that weren't in feuds fight this week just to space out my stamina. You could do the same thing, have say whichever one turn face, and then Rhea fights Zoe or Blair just to fill it.
Well, I guess I'll have to have her fight Zoe. And then since that is not anything, I feel like that is probably a better curve.
Yeah.
And then now we need her. I guess she'll do a role change and turn face.
Those two are pretty decent popularity, so that should allow that Mania match to be pretty good because they'll be a level 3 feud.
Cody's got pretty good stamina. I was going to rest him, but it might be good to give Blair a rest. So he's got a lot. I'm going to risk his popularity. And do I want to use him for advertising? I can't. I don't want to risk his popularity. Ugh.
Could go charity for a fan boost or training if you want to try to XP boost them.
Yeah, let's do training. I haven't done training at all this year, so I think that's my card. Now on to logistics. Don't have the money. I could upgrade to commercial ads.
Be commercial ads now, or you could potentially wait and get an arena. In theory, it'd be close and where your money landed.
Yeah, I think I was leaning towards waiting. And then real quick, perk decision here. Superstar loses less morale from being hurt, losing a match, or being benched, or she could reduce her chance of injury by 10. I don't want her to lose her morale or anything. If anything bad would happen. And then last but not least, power cards. I don't know if there's if there's really anything I was worried about.
So, I mean, I would still, outside of special promotion, if it's maxed, I would.
Do not do it. Don't do it to the 4th place. Don't do it to let down.
Don't do it to let down.
Please don't pay-per-view.
The only thing that sucks about using it on Raw is we don't really see who it got hit on, do we?
No, you just have to piece it together based on who he books. Because, like, I used a couple vetoes on him, and you just kind of piece together.
Let's try it. He's out in front.
He's running away with it.
I got to swing at him.
Just a minute, player.
But I will say, I know Cody puts on a good show, and
he does.
Thank you.
I want a piece.
Oh, 4% gone. We're both getting a little piece of that WrestleMania ECW.
Piece of that ass. All right, and then might use that next week, and I might use special promo next
So
week.
physio wouldn't matter at Mania, because if they get hurt at Mania, it doesn't matter. So I would say use that on whoever lowest stamina is that you have in a match this week. So Braden looks to be the only one at risk for injury.
Kofi.
Or Kofi if you want to. Yeah, he's at 41.
Or Ripley. I don't think Kofi's going to win this match.
Aw.
So I don't think he's going to have the title. So it might be more beneficial to me to use it on Ripley, who's at 47. Just so we don't take any chances. Because if she goes
fix
down,
the match for Kofi to win.
No thanks.
Yeah, and then special promotion will be good for the pay-per-view. That one's the one that you can use there. So.
All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know who I want to come out on top of this. Because, like, Andre, I don't really want him to win because he's already a tag belt holder, but whatever. Yeah, you know what? I am going to fix that match. Actually, no.
Huh?
Cody Rhodes.
I am going to fix the match.
You're giving it to Andre?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, because next week, Roman's going to fight Cody, so the tag feud doesn't matter.
Would you want it to stay with Kofi, though, since you have Kofi and Miz? Because Andre doesn't have a rival, so you'd just be giving him the belt.
I guess that part of it is also true. I guess we can see how it shakes out. So Kofi can keep his stupid belt. Where's he at?
There he is.
Andre's gonna be pissed. All right, look at that. Down to just one last card. All right, that's our show.
Boom.
All right, we kick it off with the new first place brand, AI Raw. Will Teddy win season 1? And Canada was saying, he was like, right at the end, he's going to get that second trophy. Lulled us to sleep. Pulled up a can. He hang on. He kicks off. Tag titles on the line. Truth and Briggs defending against JD McDonough. Joe Coffey, and the belts go right back to McDonough and Coffey. 3.5 stars. Charity promo from Apollo Crews. 3,000 fans head over to Raw. Then it's Akira Tozawa, Tyler Bate taking on Austin Theory and Ludwig Kaiser. Tozawa and Bate get the win. 2.5 stars, starting a tag feud. Kane says, what better time to start a WrestleMania feud than a few days before it? I call out Apollo Crews. And then the camera cuts to the back and Apollo Crews is just shaking his head no, and nothing happened there. Then we've got Asuka, newly signed Scarlett, and Nikki. Asuka and Nikki, level 4 feud, and Asuka gets the victory. Ahead of Mania, 3 stars. Jake Roberts cuts a charity promo, trying to peer the fans over to Raw at the buzzer. Says, I got my first match. I want you to maybe or maybe not see my second match. Time will tell. In 37:50, dialed in the main event, world title on the line. Shush! Thank you! Chad Gable hangs on to the title over Braun Strowman and Julius Creed in a 3-star match. Then we head over to ECW. We put a fixed match on this opener. So the story has been that individually, Duke Hudson and Andre Chase conquered their foes, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. But as a tag team, they've struggled to do so. And they begged for more matches. Then they begged to not have more matches. And I looked at Andre Chase, and he just stared at me, holding up the U. And I said, look, here's the situation. It's Chase U versus Pretty Deadly tonight in a tables match. Tag team tables match. And if you win, you get a shot at the belts. WrestleMania Tornado Tag. And Andre Chase couldn't figure out if he wanted the match or not, but Duke Hudson carried the team to victory, putting out Prince through a 3.5-star rated table. They'll be level 3 and have one final battle. Bailey calls out Tamina. Yes, let's go. Okay. We were hoping to have 2 of our ladies feuds level 4. I'm thinking of Fatal 4 there. Again, we'll kind of see how the feuds play out over the course of the show. But Bailey calls out Tamina getting level 4 for us there. Very excited about that. Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Brooks Jensen. So these gentlemen both have their own respective level 4 feuds. And Brooks Jensen upsets the television champion in a 3-star victory. Then Logan Paul, of course, calls out Joe Gacy and says, you know, on a scale of 1 to 4, I've been reading the reports and people say that the heat between us is only level 2. And I want to turn it up a notch. But as he was in the middle of saying notch, the TV like cut out. Our broadcast dropped for a second. So people was like, what's he turning up? And so the feud didn't go anywhere because no one knows what he was trying to get at there. But I know what Gunther's trying to get at. He's trying to get the world title. Wes Lee trying to get the television title. The 2 challengers for our singles titles at WrestleMania going one-on-one here tonight. And Wes Lee takes down Gunther, building up his momentum in a 3-star match. And then Joe Gacy comes out to the ring and says, so I heard that Logan Paul wanted to turn this rivalry up a notch. But I'm here to say that I want to turn this rivalry up a notch. And he did so successfully, level 3. And in the main event, Becky Lynch, Dakota Kai were level 4 at the last pay-per-view. I made a strategic decision to send them both to a health spa to manage their stamina. We've kept them apart from each other. The rivalry finally went down to level 3. So now we've got 2 level 3 feuds in this match, in this women's match. If one of them goes level 4 and the other doesn't, it could be the difference of getting your match on the Mania card. So a lot of pressure here. Becky Lynch versus Dakota Kai versus Bianca Belair versus Chelsea Green. And it is Chelsea Green getting what I would mark as an upset. 3.5 stars. And both rivalries go up to level 4. So it might be, I don't know. You're going to have to make sure you're dialed in for Mania. I don't know what match we're leaving off the card, but some rivalry is going to have to get dismissed.
But over on SmackDown, we got to hope rivalries grow as the bisexual Undertaker takes on Hulk Hogan and is mad about him ripping his leather jacket last week. And he gets his revenge. He actually sewed up the Hulkamania shirt that Hulkster ripped. He sewed it back up and he gave it to him and said, stop ripping your goddamn shirts. The bisexual Undertaker did. British Bulldog calls out Omos, and we get up to level 2. Let's hope the double down KFC double down works here. And Piper never wanted to be back on this card, but guess what? She's back on it. Just kidding. She begged me to be on this card. And here she is in a tables match. Fatal 4-way. Piper Never, Katana Chance, Liv Morgan, our new champion, and Trixie Gambit, the newest signing, baby. We took a Gambit on this one. And our champion comes through in a mediocre match. But we do get a late-breaking feud that really won't go anywhere. So that's okay. Omos calls out the British Bulldog and the KFC Double Down tastes delicious because it works.
Big moves.
Seth freaking Rollins against Veer Mahan. Veer with way more stamina. It is the Intercontinental Champ versus a 1/2 of the Tag Champs. The Intercontinental Championship will be on the line at WrestleMania. Who wins? The setup match. Seth Rollins, your champion, wins in a great match. Maybe should have been our opener, but that's fine. Ivar, does call out Olaf and gets this one to level 3, so we will blow this off. Maybe they join the Intercontinental feud, tag team champions. Maybe they try to help each other. Maybe they screw each other over. Find out at WrestleMania, baby. But in our main event, we have the feud that's lasted what's felt like a lifetime. Damon Uso, Kevin Owens, and our Royal Rumble winner, Carmelo Hayes, comes out in a triple threat match to set up WrestleMania. Extreme Rules, baby. In an amazing match. We don't need anything to go anywhere, but that is our great finisher for that one. We feel good about that. SmackDown.
All right. Over on WCW, Io Sky, Cleverella, and Queen B. In a triple threat match. Let's see. Can Io... Cleverella comes out with a big dub, defeating Queen Bee and Io Sky in our opener. And In brighter news, Indy Hartwell turns face. Rhea Ripley, her rivalry interest, who remains a heel, will take on Zoe Stark in her match this evening. And Zoe Stark, wrestling well, comes out with a big dub in a mediocre match. But in a rivalry that is anything but mediocre, The Miz uses his beautiful words and talents on the mic to grow the rivalry with Kofi Kingston to level 3. And then Braden the Dark made an appearance last week in a run-in, goes up against Finn Balor and Scripps in a triple threat match this week. Finn Balor takes it. Not much in terms of rivalry interest there, so a very low-rated match. And then Cody Rhodes does a little training and preparation for WrestleMania. He's got Roman Reigns on the mental, and he gains 7 ring XP. And then Andre the Giant really wanted this potential fatal 4-way. He wanted Uncle Howdy, he wanted Ricochet, but what he didn't mention was that he did not want Kofi Kingston. And sure enough, Kofi Kingston comes in and keeps his belt in a good match. But Kofi Kingston keeps his belt going into WrestleMania.
Right, so our final rundown before Mania here.
Look at that curve on SmackDown.
Shallow and pedantic. Over on EC Dub, where the curve was slightly less nice, we get 3.5 stars in our opener. Chase U takes down Pretty Deadly in a tables match, earning the right to fight Pretty Deadly at Mania in a tornado tag. One final ride, baby. Brooks Jensen, a little bit of an upset over the television champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Brooks Jensen potentially clashing with Sami Zayn, but we know Shinsuke Nakamura going to be heading up a big title match with Wes Lee. Wes Lee, speaking of, also grabbed a win tonight, humbling Gunther after Gunther took down world champion Nathan Frazier last week. 3 stars there. And in the main event, 3.5, again, like the opener. Chelsea Green, what I'd mark as an upset in the women's fatal 4-way. Both rivalries go up to level 4, so we got some versatility there. Call-out promos. Bayley gets her feud with Tamina level 4. And then Logan Paul fails his promo. Joe Gacy completes the words that Logan Paul could never find. Rivalry will sit level 3. Over on SmackDown, Damian Priest put Hulk Hogan's shirt, his own shirt, together again. 4 stars as they gear up for Mania. Liv Morgan shows why she's the women's champ in a 2-star fatal 4 over Piper Niven, Katana Chance, and Trixie Gambit. I don't know why I gave her an accent. Seth Rollins takes down Veer Mahan, 3.5 stars. IC feud goes up to level 4 ahead of Mania. And then 4 stars in the main event. Kevin Owens takes down Damon Uso and Carmelo Hayes in a WrestleMania preview. On the KFC Double Down, KFC, come on, man. Just please, Colonel, I love you, man. Throw us the sponsorship. But the Double Down works perfectly. Bulldog and Omos go up to level 3. And then Ivar calls out Olaf Ostrowski, getting that rivalry to level 3 as well. WCW, Clubberella wins a triple threat. 2 stars over Io Sky and Quinn Bia. Zoe Stark takes down Rhea Ripley, building her momentum for Blair Davenport with a 2-star victory. Finn Balor wins triple threat over Scripps and Braden the Dark, 1.5 stars. And then the main event, Kofi Kingston hangs on to the world title in fatal 4-way action against Uncle Howdy, Ricochet, and Andre the Giant. On the call-out side of things, The Miz gets the rivalry with Kofi Kingston level 3, and Indy Hartwell has joined the good side, which should boost that Hartwell-Ripley match at Mania. And then finally for Raw, 3.5 stars, JD McDonough and Joe Coffey take down R-Truth and Josh Briggs. Tyler Bate and Akira Tozawa, 2.5 over Austin Theory and Ludwig Kaiser. 2.5 stars, new rivalry there. Asuka wins the triple threat over Scarlett and Nikki, 3 stars on that one. And then Chad Gable silences us all with another victory. 3 stars, hanging on to the world title over Braun Strowman and Julius Creed. And Kane tried to call it, didn't work. Our final rating scores before Mania: 105 for Raw, 50,000 fans basically, $87,000. For ECW, 109 score, 47,000 fans, $110,000. For SmackDown, 114. They get the network special bonus. 73,000 fans.
Hello.
$107,000. Schmacked Italy down, cooked on this one, ladies and gentlemen. And then WCW, 96 rating score, 35,000 fans, $105,000. And ooh, Cheek's gonna be real close on that arena too for Mania. If that, I always forget if it's 250 or 275. That's gonna be tight. We'll have to see. To the moon for SmackDown, and can use this card. And it would apply if he, not naturally if he uses it, he's gonna put it on somebody's booking. So gotta stay tuned for that. That was the only power card earned, and this is what we look like going into WrestleMania. We've got one more show left. One of us is going to be answering emails momentarily, but Teddy Long, 23,000 fans ahead of me. I am 37,000 fans ahead of SmackDown, and then SmackDown is 26,000 fans ahead of WCW. But WrestleMania, if you don't know this in GM mode, so pay-per-views have a lot more fans you can get than a weekly. So popping a crazy show at a pay-per-view, there's an incentive. Mania is even crazier than the normal pay-per-views. So there's a lot of fans to potentially be gained and lost as we go into Mania. So this is tight enough where anybody could finish anywhere if they're able to execute the show.
Hey-o.
And I will get hit with bad publicity once, twice. Imagine Teddy also uses it. It's not. All right. Oh my God, we're in Montreal for Mania.
Not really. WrestleMania would never be in Montreal.
Wow.
A great Canadian city.
All right, so Sami Zayn wants to be on the card, which if he's not, just means he will not be a keeper. He'll be upset. Shinsuke Nakamura, we're just going to tell him yes. If I bring him back, he can have a shot early in season 2. But we're just going to tell him yes. One thing I don't know, I've never thought, I've thought about it, but I don't know is, does morale impact the match quality? If you're happier, do you perform better?
If you're happy and you know it. Get 3 stars.
So we'll see what happens. So we're going to tell Shinsuke yes. And that is where we land. I'm not even, commissioner goals don't matter at all here. So we're going to back it back out here. I'll, since I've done those couple emails, I'll give my takes first. I feel a little decent. Ken has been talking on it a lot. I agree. Obviously we all want to do well, but with this being a multi-season push, the competitive side of me, I want to beat Teddy Long. I want to be in first place at the end of season 1. But if it doesn't happen, just means, you get an extra protection or an extra keeper in there. So I'm trying to, I'm a glass half full kind of guy, but I do think we can catch Teddy. I know that I'm going to be using my $1 Million Man card. So all my match types are going to be free. So I'll have to look at the logistics, see what I can unlock there. But make sure I leave myself, enough money at first, just in case I need to do any sort of promos or anything to help me out at the buzzer. But I think we've got a good Mania card incoming. We've got a lot of level 4 feuds. And a couple level 3 feuds. So when it comes to putting rivalries on that have built well, we've got a lot sitting there. We've got a lot of potential. We've got a couple of specialty match type cards. Hopefully there's another one sitting in the store. I feel pretty decent. Cheek, I'm gonna go to you. You get jumped there, you drop to the bottom. I know you're all hands on deck for Mania, but who do you think the potential hero is WCW needs?
Well, I think it rests on our biggest stars. It's the biggest show, so it's got to be Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. They got to put on one hell of a match and make it a match of the year, and really get us up into potential sniping distance to get 3rd or potentially 2nd place. I guess I don't know. I'm trying to be somewhat realistic with where I could end up. It's just going to be a massive show I gotta have, but the better show you have, the more fans I get to steal, so you never know. So we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna put the best show possible out there and just have fun with it and see what happens.
And along with that, Canada, you also use the bad publicity. So as good as my show is, obviously I'm going balls to the wall here, but you're going to get some of those fans as well. Obviously we know Teddy's in the running. You just put on a huge show to go from looking like maybe you're out of it season 1. Now you're right there. How do you feel for the final show of season 1?
Honestly, you said it best there. Like I came out of the Royal Rumble in first place, and then I went immediately down to 4th place. Now I'm in 3rd place. I have no clue what I'm doing here, as you can see. That's what we call it, letdown. But you know what? We stumbled our way into WrestleMania into a great spot. I'm gonna have to watch this one back because I don't even know how I got those 70,000 fans. Seemed like a lot. Even that bonus card only seemed like it got me like extra 20,000 or something. So I have no idea where all those fans came from. But that makes me excited. So excited for WrestleMania, and there might be a title belt debuting at WrestleMania. So keep your eyes and ears and toes peeled.
Oh my, there you go. All right, so this is the next GM mode video you're getting from us is our season 1 WrestleMania. And if you did not experience last year's Mania on 2K23, we each pick 2 matches to spectate instead of just 1. And then this year they've added the ability to spectate the AI brands. We thought it'd be a little overkill to do that every pay-per-view. But here at Mania, we are going to collectively, the 3 of us, pick one of Teddy Long's matches to watch. So if there's something from Raw or somebody on Raw that you really want to see us spectate, you can let us know. I don't know the timing of when this will drop versus when we record Mania. But, it can't hurt to leave a comment just in case. We are fired up. It's coming down to the wire for season 1. Then season 2 is going to be on the horizon as well. It is a great time to have a great time. Take a gander. If you haven't subscribed, you might as well fix it. You've been here for almost an hour and a half. You've been kicking it with us. If you're on this episode, you've surely been watching other ones. And if you haven't watched other ones, there's a playlist in the description. You can be dialed into every inch of the story as we go into the biggest show of the year. We're all excited for it. We hope you are too. And until WrestleMania, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles.